Yes, we have a responsibility to fix those potholes, but we don't have the political or moral right to hide in them. Never have. Never have. I ask you this, where was the mayor of Montgomery in 1955 when Rosa Parks was arrested for not giving up her seat to a white man? Where was the mayor of Birmingham in 1963 when Bull Connor was turning hoses and dogs loose on innocent protesters? Where were the mayors of this country before 1954 when separate but equal was poisoning our school system with segregation? Where were the mayors of all of America during World War II when thousands of our fellow Americans of Japanese descent were interned in cities across the country? Where were the mayors when innocent people were beaten simply for marching in our cities in support of a woman's right to vote? The fact is, folks, the history of our cities is full of events where the only sounds from City Hall were the tragic sounds of silence. Our cities and our country have paid an awful, awful price for that silence. In a few days, we'll go to the polls and elect our next mayor. And I'd like to take a few moments here towards the end to speak to all the candidates for a moment. Soon, one of you will be the next mayor of one of the most special cities in America. Whether I vote for you or not, I pledge to you today my support for you. Don't worry, I won't be looking over your shoulder or second-guessing you. The title former mayor means just that, former mayor. But it would be a disservice to you and the people of this city if I did not pass on to you certain things that I feel strongly about and feel will benefit you in serving the great people of this city. First of all, don't expect anything to be given to Fresno, even that which we rightfully deserve. The governor knows this, the fight that goes into that. I'm not saying go look for a fight, but you better be willing to fight in order to protect the quality of life and interest of this city. Unfortunately, the state and federal governments control much of the resources that we depend on for a healthy city. The politics of exclusion has devastated Fresno and this valley for over 40 years because of that policy. And it's going to take a sustained, continued fight to change those politics. It will be a fight to get our water, and it will be a fight to keep our water. There'll be a fight to clean our air and fix our highways. It will be a fight to educate our children, look out for our elderly, and tend to our sick and disabled. My advice to you, walk softly, but carry a big 2x4. Second, I would like to encourage you to come to office with unshakable principles and flexible politics. All too often, it's the other way around. I believe with all my heart that in order to keep this city moving forward, you will have to ask yourself three simple yet very important questions. Number one, can I say no to my friends if what they are proposing is not in the best interest of this city, even if those friends were instrumental in getting me elected? Number two, can I say yes to people if what they are proposing is good for our city, even if those people worked overtime to keep me from being elected? And finally, are the things I stand for important enough to me that I'm willing to get recalled to get them done? If the answer to any of those three questions are no, I would advise you, even at this late day, to reconsider your candidacy, because you will fail. But if the answer are yes, I have no doubt that you will be successful in continuing to move our city forward. You know, Wednesday afternoon, I was sitting in a restaurant by myself thinking on how to end this last address. After all, there certainly isn't a shortage of pressing issues, and every one of them extremely important. Well, as I struggled away on my computer, disguised as a number 2 yellow pencil, a gentleman walked up to my table and put his hand on my shoulder. He was a ruggedly handsome man who looked to be in his late 70s, trim and fit. He said, "You don't know me, but I'm Jim Elysian, and I just wanted to say thank you for your service to the city." I told him I appreciated that, and I asked if he was a veteran. "Yes, World War II," he nodded. Well, we talked for a few minutes, mostly about God and family and this great country we live in. Then we shook hands. He patted me on the shoulder again, said thank you again, and started walking back to his table. About halfway there, I stopped him with a "Hey, Jim." When he turned around, I thanked him for his service. And I also thanked him for helping me finish my State of the City. He just smiled, gave me a little wave, and went on back to his table. I realized then with absolute clarity, as I closed my book, that the last thing I was supposed to say today was simply thank you. Thank you to all the people who work day in and day out to keep our city moving forward, the teachers, the secretaries, the mechanics, the construction workers, the bus drivers, the farm laborers, to all those that work tirelessly to make our city the special place that it is. Thank you. I would also like to say thank you to our veterans and all the soldiers that have fought for this country from Valley Forge to Kabul, and all those soldiers that are presently in harm's way as we sit here today. And finally,